Gotta film my TBR for June. These are just some of the books, guys. Hey guys, Ginger here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm bringing you guys my June TBR. So for the month of June, I kind of just picked some books. Some of these are for the Buzzword Readathon, which is going to be June 12th to the 18th, which is hosted by Books and Lala, and I forget the other co-host, but I will leave the Twitter link down below where all their information is. And this month / this round's buzzword is you, so I picked out some books for that, and then I have a few that I really want to get to or need to get through. One buddy read, and then 3 books that were from last month that I would still like to get to this month, because 2 of them I started and one of them I really want to get to it. So let's begin. I'm gonna start off with the arc that I need to read this month, and it is another thriller. Can you believe it? And that is Girls Like Us by Christina Alger. This comes out in July, so I have to read it in June to keep on my schedule, even though I failed in April at keeping on my schedule, but it's fine. This is a thriller mystery, I think. This is in the tone, no, this is told by an FBI agent, I believe, which, I don't really mind that kind of stuff. One of my favorite series is The Woman's Murder Club, and that revolves around a detective, and so I'm not super picky as long as the plot is good, and so I am excited to see what this is all about, because besides the fact that I know it's a thriller mystery, I have no idea what else that means. So we will find out in June, I guess. And then one that I'm dying to get to, and I'm almost intimidated because it's the end of the series, and I'm like, I don't want it to end, but at the same time I wanted to see what happens, and that is Winter by Marissa Meyer. And I actually was going to pick this up last night at work, and then I didn't, and I had an anxiety attack instead. So this is the final book in the Lunar Chronicles, and I've gushed about this enough, so if you didn't watch any of my other videos, go back and watch them so you know that I love this series. But I can't really get into much about this because, again, it's the last book in a series, but it's funny that this is 800 pages, and it's not much bigger looking than Cress, but it feels bigger. Like, these are like Bible page heaviness, but I'm excited and maybe not ready, but ready at the same time. So I need to get to this. I just need to make myself open it, because then I know I will fly through it. The hardest part I've been having, if you didn't watch my wrap up yet, is that I am going through a reading slump, and I just can't get into any books. So I know that this will get me out of that. I just have to start it. That is the biggest thing, is start it. Like, put everything else away and start this book. But I've also been drawing a lot recently and doing cat rescue stuff. So I'm also going to leave that link down below, because if you guys love cats, you definitely should check out my rescue page, because we have 16 kittens on our kit right now, and they are all super adorable. And I'm wearing my Live Love Meow shirt. You know, sporting my merch that I don't have anymore. This was from like 2015. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing with my life lately. But I will read this month because I said I will. And actually, Tuesday morning, I'm taking kittens to get fixed. I'm taking them to Clarion because someone is going to take them for me. And I will have 2 hours before I need to head to my class, so I can read if I don't take a nap. And then the last one that isn't Buzzwordathon-y, that isn't also old, is my buddy read, and I am reading this with Books of Amber, which I will leave her link down below as well. And she reached out to me and was like, hey, we should buddy read this. And it was funny because I had posted a tweet. I was like, hey, anyone want to do any buddy reads? And she was like, hey, let's read this. And so we are going to read that, and that is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Paparetto. And I just got this from my lovely friend Felicia, so thank you, Felicia. And I know that this has a phoenix in it, and it's fantasy, and that's all I need to know to be like, I'm excited for this book. So I'm excited not only to read the book, but read it with Amber, because I know then we can talk about it and, you know, say whether it was good or not. And then real briefly, before I get into the buzzword readathon TBR. I'll talk about the 3 books that I would like to carry on over from last month's missed out books into now. 2 of them I have started. And the first one is just, it's very slow starting, and I've read 50 pages of it, but I'm still like not engaged enough to be like, oh yeah, I need to finish this right now. And that is Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff. The premise is freaking cool, and I think that it sounds great, but it's just really slow going, and we haven't really gotten much action that's intriguing to me yet. So that's why I haven't continued, even though I have started it. So I just have to, again, make myself sit down and read it, because it's like our main characters are looking for a magic tiger in the sky, and like that's cool. But yeah, and I think this cover is so pretty, so I'm hoping I like this book, you know? I want to like this book. And then the next one that I also started, and I've only gotten freaking like a chapter in, like 8 pages, but that's Firestarter by Stephen King. And I love Stephen King, so I know I'm gonna enjoy this book. But again, it's slow off the bat, and when I started reading this, I guess I was not in the mood to read, because I just, you know, I got 1 chapter in and was like, let's do something else. So I really want to read this. It's about people who got experimented on and have a baby, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. That's what I got from the first chapter anyway. So I'd like to get to this because I started it, and I feel bad that I started it and I haven't finished it, because that's just not who I am, guys. Like, I usually push myself to finish a book that I start, and I start 2 other books that I haven't finished yet. So I'd really like to do that, but we'll see. And then the last one here I actually haven't started yet, but I know Zach really wants me to read it, and I really want to read it. It's just Giant, and that is The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. Second book in the Wheel of Time series. Again, it's Giant. It's like, it's 600 and some pages, but it feels so much bigger than Winter, which is 800 pages. So I don't know. And it looks so much bigger than the first book, which is The Eye of the World. And The Eye of the World was 800 pages. I don't get this. I'm so confused. Anyway, I just have to pick these books up and read them, you know. That's what I gotta do. Alright, and then the last 5 books here are all for the Buzzword Readathon, and they're all super exciting, and books that I've had on, the only books that I have on my TBR that have the word you in them, but it works out because there's 5 of them, and that is a pretty good number for a readathon, in my opinion. Back out! I went to the gym the other day, like 2 days ago, and we did a lot of arm working out. My arms are pretty sore still, but here are the 5 books for Buzzword Readathon. So I have 2 contemporary and 3 thrillers. So the first one is one of the ones I've had longer, but that is Don't You Cry by Mary Kubica. I read The Good Girl, and it was fine. It wasn't great. I had issues with it, so I'm hoping that this is better. And I think that this cover is stunning, like with the eyes and stuff, like how bright they are. But it's just, this is a thriller, I know that, but that's all I know, and I don't know what it's about. But I'm going to go into it that way, because I always seem to enjoy my thrillers more if I don't have any idea what I'm getting into. The next book is one of my contemporaries, and this is the one I've had the longest, and that is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Yes, I have not read this book yet, and I got this almost 2 years ago now. It'll be 2 years ago in August, when I went down to North Carolina by myself. Well, not by myself, but I drove down there, and this was for sale, and I got this, and I haven't read it yet, but it has you in it. And this is one that Lala recommended, so I was like, I do have that book, so I should read it. And this is about our twin main characters, Jude and Noah, and there's 2 different timelines, like there's the now and the past, and it's contemporary, and I'm sure it'll be a quick read, so I have it on this list. And then the next 2 are 2 that I just got in my surprise haul that I posted, and wherever the tag goes, I'll put it there. But they are both Claire McIntosh thrillers, and they are these two. The first one is I See You, and the other one is I Let You Go. And I am excited to read both of these. I think this is one that I've heard more people saying is really good. I haven't heard as much about this one, but I picked them both up, and I'm excited to read some thrillers because I know I can get through thrillers pretty quickly. And so it's always good to have some on my readathon TBRs because I can get through them quickly. So that makes 4. And then the last one, again, it's another contemporary. And I picked this up some point earlier in my life. And it's by Frederick Bachman and is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. And this sounds so cute. It is about a little girl and her dog, and she gets a note from her grandmother, or a series of notes that is like all the people that she wants to apologize to, and I think she passed away, and so her daughter and her granddaughter and her granddaughter's dog go out to apologize to all these people for her grandmother, and at least that's what I'm thinking. I could be completely wrong. And I just remember thinking that this sounded so adorable, so I picked it up. And I am really, really excited to finally read a Frederick Bachman because I haven't yet. So those are the Buzzwordathon books. And then I have 6 other books. So I have 11 books in my TBR this month. I'm even more ambitious than I was. But I mean, to be fair, 5 of these are all for one whole week. And then the other 6 are for the rest of the month, which is, 3 weeks for the rest of the month, which... if I just take books and read them at work instead of drawing, I could get them done. But that's the problem I've been having, is I've been drawing. So, and again, doing a whole bunch of rescue things, which, is fun. But I have to read too. But I think the first book that I will probably be reading, I don't know what the first book I'm reading is. I do know I'm reading Crown of Feathers on Monday, or at least starting it on Monday, which is the 3rd. Because that's when Amber and I agreed. But otherwise, I have no idea what I'm reading first. And I'm spinning in my chair. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys are planning to read in June. If you are reading any of these or participating in the Buzzword Readathon, let me know. If you want to buddy read any of these with me, great. If not, cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you liked what you saw and want to see more in the future. But until that future with my other videos, I will see you guys then. Bye!